Have you ever said something small that you thought would pass, but it kept echoing in someone else for days? And have you ever felt instant regret the moment a sentence left your mouth, like you had released an arrow you could not call back? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about something that sounds simple but can quietly decide the quality of your relationships, your reputation, your inner peace, and even the direction of your destiny. Speech. In Buddhist wisdom, speech is not just communication. Speech is karma. Every word is a seed. Some seeds grow into trust, healing, and harmony. Some seeds grow into misunderstanding, conflict, and suffering. Two truths to hold gently before we begin. First, the most dangerous words are not always the loud or obviously cruel ones. Often it is the casual sentence, the joke, the half-truth, the sharp comment that slips out when you are tired, hungry, insecure, or trying to impress. Those words can shape years. Second, right speech is not about becoming silent forever. It is about becoming awake. Awake to motive, awake to timing, awake to whether your words are driven by wisdom and compassion or by craving, fear, and ego. When you train speech, you train the heart. When you train the heart, you change karma. When karma changes, destiny feels lighter. Let me tell you a story, because this lesson lands hardest when it is lived. There was a person named Kyra who was known as honest. Friends admired that. Kyra would say what others avoided. She would speak directly. She would call people out. She would tell the truth quickly. And she believed this honesty made her strong. But Kyra had a hidden problem. She used honesty like a weapon sometimes, and she did not notice it. She used truth to win. She used bluntness to avoid vulnerability. She used sharp jokes to defend insecurity. She was not a bad person. She was a person who had learned to protect herself with words. One evening, Kyra went to a small gathering. People were relaxed, laughing, telling stories. Someone mentioned a mutual friend named Owen who was not there. Owen had recently gone through a messy breakup and had been acting distant. The group wondered why. Kyra felt the familiar itch of being the one who knows. She felt the craving to be interesting. She felt the desire to control the narrative. So she said a sentence that sounded casual, almost playful, but it carried poison inside it. She revealed a private detail Owen had told her in confidence. Then she added a little comment about how he always makes the same mistakes. People laughed. Kyra felt a quick hit of approval. It lasted maybe 10 seconds. A week later, Owen found out. Not through Kyra, but through the messy way information travels. Owen did not scream. Owen did not publicly shame Kyra. Owen just became quiet. The friendship cooled, and Kyra felt a strange emptiness, because she had traded trust for a moment of attention. That one moment began a chain in Kyra's life. Not dramatic at first, but real. People started being more careful around her. Some stopped sharing personal things. Some kept conversations surface level. Kyra felt excluded without understanding why. She told herself people were sensitive. She told herself she was just honest. She blamed others. Then one day Kyra met an older neighbor named Ren who practiced meditation quietly. Ren was not preachy. Ren was the kind of person who could say one sentence that made you stop. Kyra complained about feeling misunderstood. Ren listened and asked, "Do people feel safe with your words?" Kyra felt defensive. She said, "I just tell the truth." Ren nodded and said, "Truth without compassion is still violence. And compassion without truth is still deception. Right speech is the middle way." That line broke something open in Kyra, because she realized she had been using truth as permission to be careless with other people's hearts. Ren invited Kyra to sit for a few minutes and reflect. He said in Buddhism there is guidance for speech that is surprisingly practical. Before speaking, ask, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it timely? Is it kind? If it fails these, silence is often wiser. Kyra asked, "So what should I never speak with others?" Ren said, "Do not make it a rigid list that becomes another ego badge. Make it a training." But there are 4 kinds of speech that almost always create suffering. If you want peace, stop feeding these. And that is where our talk really begins today. For things you should never speak with others. Not because you must be perfect, but because these 4 create heavy karma quickly. The first is speaking what is not yours to share. This includes secrets, private details, intimate struggles, financial issues, medical issues, relationship conflicts, anything someone told you in trust. It also includes repeating rumors you cannot confirm, because rumor is just a lazy form of theft. You steal someone's dignity, and you call it conversation. Kyra realized her biggest mistake was not just the words about Owen. It was the motive. She wanted to feel important. She wanted to be the source. She wanted attention. So she spent someone else's privacy like currency. In Buddhism, this is a serious karmic seed because it breaks trust. And trust is the invisible glue of human life. When trust breaks, relationships become anxious. People become guarded. Communities become divided. Now here is the subtle part. Sometimes people justify sharing by saying, "I am just worried about them. I am just venting. I am just asking advice." These can be sincere, but they can also hide a craving to unload discomfort or to bond through gossip. So the practice is this. If you truly need advice, speak to someone wise and discreet, and share only what is necessary. Do not decorate the story. Do not add judgment. Do not invite people to take sides. Speak as if the person were in the room, because karmic ally, they are. Your words shape their world even when they are not there. Kyra practiced this later when another friend told her something sensitive. She felt the old itch to share, but she paused. She asked herself, "Is this mine to say?" The answer was no. So she kept it, and something new grew inside her. Self-respect. Because keeping trust is not passive. It is discipline. It is virtue. The second is speaking in anger as if anger is clarity. Anger can contain information. It can signal a boundary was crossed. It can reveal a need. But when you speak from anger, you usually speak from the narrowest version of yourself. Kyra had another pattern. When she felt criticized, she snapped. She would say something sharp and then defend it as honesty. But Ren helped her see that anger speech is often not truth. It is reaction. In Buddhist terms, anger is a fire. If you throw words into it, the fire grows. The words may feel satisfying in the moment because they release tension. But the karmic cost comes later. Damage to trust, shame, regret, cycles of conflict. Stoic wisdom would say something similar. When you are angry, you are not free. You are being moved. When you speak while being moved, you lose mastery of yourself. And you cannot build unshakable dignity by acting without mastery. So what do you do instead? You pause. You breathe. You delay speech until the mind cools. That delay is not weakness. It is strength. It is the courage to choose karma rather than be dragged by it. Kyra tested this one day at work. A colleague blamed her for an error she did not make. Kyra felt the heat rise. The mouth wanted to strike. Old Kyra would have attacked publicly to protect pride. But she paused. One breath. Then she asked a calm question. Can we look at the actual timeline and data? The room shifted. The accusation weakened. The conflict reduced. Later Kyra realized something important. When you stop speaking from anger, you do not lose power. You gain a cleaner kind of power. The power of steadiness. The third is speaking to humiliate. Even if you call it a joke. This is one of the most common poisons because it hides behind laughter, sarcasm, teasing, mocking, pointing out someone's weakness in a way that makes others laugh. Even if the person laughs too, the nervous system remembers. Humiliation speech creates a very specific karma. It trains the speaker to feel superior. It trains the listener to feel unsafe. It trains the relationship to become a stage rather than a sanctuary. Kyra used to do this when she felt insecure. She would make a clever comment about someone else to feel sharp. She did not see it as cruelty. She saw it as wit. But the results were clear. People became careful around her. They did not want to be the next target. Ren told her something she never forgot. The mind that enjoys humiliating others is a mind that cannot rest, because it is always defending a fragile identity. The identity of being above. The identity of being clever. That identity requires constant comparison. And comparison is exhausting. So the Buddhist practice is to shift your joy. Find joy in kindness, not in superiority. Find humor that does not cost someone dignity. If you cannot laugh without cutting, choose silence. Silence is better karma than cruelty disguised as comedy. Kyra practiced this in small ways. When a sarcastic line appeared in her mind, she noticed it. She did not act it out. She asked, "What is the motive?" Often the motive was fear or envy. She offered herself compassion and then chose a kinder sentence. This is awakening. Seeing the motive before the mouth speaks. The fourth is speaking what plants despair in someone. This includes harsh predictions, identity labels, hopeless judgments, and words that freeze someone into a fixed story. You always fail. You will never change. You are just like that. You are not meant for this. Buddhism teaches impermanence. That means people can change. Minds can be trained. Habits can be transformed. Karma can shift. So despair speech is not only unkind, it is ignorant. It assumes the present is permanent. It assumes a person is a statue. But a person is a process. Kyra remembered a time she told a younger cousin, "You are not the academic type." She thought she was helping the cousin accept reality. But the cousin carried that sentence for years. It became a quiet identity. It limited effort. It shaped choices. Years later, the cousin told Kyra, "That sentence became a wall in my mind." Kyra felt sick with regret, because she realized words can become destiny when spoken from authority. A teacher, a parent, an older sibling, a confident friend. When you speak identity labels, you can accidentally program someone. The Buddhist alternative is very simple. Speak to encourage practice, not to freeze identity. You can be honest about consequences, but do it in a way that preserves possibility. You can say, "This habit will lead to suffering." You can say, "This choice has risks." But you do not say, "You are hopeless." You do not say, "You are doomed." Because the moment you plant hope with wisdom, you plant a seed that can change a life. That is good karma. Now, as we sit with these four, there is a deeper teaching underneath them. The real question is not only what you should not say. The real question is who is speaking inside you when you speak. Is it fear? Is it craving for approval? Is it pride? Is it resentment? Is it loneliness looking for bonding through gossip? Is it insecurity looking for superiority? Is it pain looking for an outlet? When those states speak, your karma becomes heavy. But when wisdom speaks, your karma becomes clean. When compassion speaks, relationships become safer. When mindfulness speaks, your life becomes calmer. Kyra kept practicing and noticed something surprising. The more she cleaned her speech, the more peaceful her mind became at night. Because harsh speech creates inner noise. It creates guilt. It creates replay. It creates tension. Kind speech creates inner ease. You can sleep with a clean heart. This is why right speech is not only social etiquette. It is spiritual practice. Now let me share a moment that brought everything together for Kyra. Owen eventually agreed to meet her for coffee. Kyra did not demand forgiveness. She simply said the truth. "I shared something that was not mine to share. I wanted approval. I was careless. I am sorry. I understand if you do not trust me right now." Owen listened quietly. He said, "It hurt. It made me feel exposed. But I appreciate your honesty now. Trust will take time." Kyra felt sadness, but also relief. because she was finally practicing truth with humility. She was repairing karma, not by magic, but by responsibility and sincerity. And over time, trust slowly returned. Not fully the same, but something new grew too. Kyra became more careful, more gentle, more awake. This is how practice transforms destiny. Not by wishing, but by training. Now I want to bring this directly to you, because you are living your own version of this every day. You do not have to become silent forever, but you can become conscious. Before you speak, you can pause for one breath. That one breath creates space. Space creates choice. Choice creates karma. When you choose words that protect trust, you protect your future relationships. When you choose words that do not burn in anger, you protect your dignity. When you choose words that do not humiliate, you protect community. When you choose words that do not plant despair, you protect hope. This is Buddhism in daily life. Awakening in conversation, compassion in tone, wisdom in timing, karma in every sentence, destiny in the long arc of repeated speech habits. I want to close with a reflection that many people feel deeply once they notice it. Sometimes the kindest thing you can say is nothing, not as avoidance, as wisdom. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is pause. Sometimes the most loving speech is the speech that does not satisfy your ego, but protects the other person's dignity. When you practice like this, people will feel safer with you. Your own heart will feel lighter. Your mind will replay less at night. Your life will feel calmer. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you have a moment where words changed your life, for good or for harm, share what you learned in the comments. Your story might help someone else choose kinder karma in their next conversation. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment to support these long teachings. And if you want to support the work more deeply, consider becoming a member so we can keep creating calm sessions that help you practice wisdom, compassion, and a lighter destiny.